It's the Joel Shit Show, featuring Joel Shit. Hi, welcome to the Joel Shit Show. I'm your host, Joel Shit. So, I'm a couple days behind on the newspaper, so I'm reading Sunday's paper, and I'm reading the letters to the editor, and there's this letter from a guy who says he's been an English teacher in San Jose for more than 35 years, and I think now he's retired. And he says the reason why so many kids get out of high school not knowing how to write sentences or do math is because they're coming in from middle school, which is what they call junior high these days, and they don't know how to do the things then. Kids are entering 9th grade with 5th and 6th grade reading and math abilities, and so he's like, there should be an exit exam for middle school too. And I'm thinking, boy, this guy sounds really familiar. And then I look at who it's signed by, and it says John Turner, San Jose. Well, that's not John Turner, that's Mr. Turner. I had him when I was a junior in high school, way back in the proverbial day at Santa Teresa. And his son was one of the extras in Terminator 2. Mr. Turner was 6'6", he probably still is, because I don't think osteoporosis really works that way. And I did well in his class for two reasons. One, there was a spelling test every Friday, and if you got a perfect score you got extra credit, which made up for my lack of writing ability. Secondly, when we had writing assignments, we could turn in a poem instead of a paper, which was shorter, and I could write poetry. Although, he seemed to use the thud factor to determine the quality of the poetry. Because if I wrote a good short poem, I would get crappy grades on it. But if I wrote a really long, stupid, structurally sound but without motion type poem, I'd get an A. So I would just write these ridiculous diatribes that would rhyme for no reason and get A's. And then the literature part, there was no hope for me. Like, I read The Good Earth, and the only thing I remember is the guy having to pay extra to have his nostrils cleaned. And that there were two different types of currency. There was like ripe fruit and unripe fruit, and the ripe fruit was worth more. And then when he knocked up his wife, the chapter ended with, and he seized her. And then that was it. There was no sex. And I was 15. I wanted a sex scene in my book, but it just wasn't happening. Goddamn public schools. But at any rate, Mr. Turner is alive and well. He's 6'6", his son was 6'7". If you see the tall extra in Terminator 2, that's probably him. That's all the time we have for today. Visit us on the web at joelshitshow.com. Email joel@joelshitshow.com.